spirituality series, y'all. Welcome to the Boss Ladies Radio Show, Spreaker Studios, sponsored by Boss Ladies Inc. Welcome to the spirituality show, y'all. I talked about the announcements last night about season 5 announcements. Of course, continues. Welcome, everybody. I just want to say something before I start playing music. I'm gonna play a song and then I'm gonna talk about some stuff and then I'm gonna put on another one. This is Spirituality Sunday, 6 p.m. Central, just so you know. But for all the people that believe in a higher power out there, I'm not here to judge anyone. But for the main record, I know we all know that we have an enemy that's working against us and that's working against our minds. But my question was, can the devil read my mind? I always wondered, by the things that I didn't want to happen to me. I wondered if the devil had a speeding ticket on my life. Like he knows my destination, so he's doing everything he can to block it because he knows. Well, I don't know, but he surely knows. So, since whatever a man thinketh, so is he. Okay? And he is messing with my thoughts. Is he reading my mind or is he trying to get in my mind? This is some deep stuff. I was just watching something, a YouTube video I was scrolling through just to see, what's out there, what people are talking about. And I like to bring some of those, situations to the show. And so 10 things, the devil can't do to you. And so I'm like, really? So that told me that this enemy that we all know we have is against us. We know that somewhere along the line, they know how to get in touch with your mind. And so with that being said, there's some things that this enemy can't do. That means they only have a certain amount of power and control of what happens to you. So it's awesome because that means that another power is taking over in a sense where it's a positive inflect. What I mean by inflect is that somebody's on your side, in your corner, really believe in you, really pushing you to do the right thing. Whether it's the right thing or not, you made a mistake, you don't feel like, you're being attacked. A lot of times you can read things in your mind the wrong way. Are we taking this too far? I mean, can the enemy read our minds? The devil in certain cases. Can Satan in other cases? Is he trying to enter in? Or is he trying to finish the work that he's been planning out since your birth? I mean, talk to a sister. It's boss lady time, And it's also time for you to engage on the Google Play. You can download it there. Or Apple Music. You can download it there. Get in the chat room. It's time to get some spiritual. It's time to get refreshed and get ready for another awesome week. So, I did find, through my research, scriptures to consider. Psalms 139 and 4, 2 Corinthians 10 4 through 5, Ephesians 6:11. So I was battling with, should I share that or should I try to go to some sources that I clicked on? Since that would take too long, I'm going to go one at a time. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look up Psalms 139:4. And then we're going to take a break. 139 and 4. Uh-oh. Right, 139 and 4. Yep. Let's look at that, see what that says. 139 and 4. Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. So now that it says something to me, that says that the Lord knows already. Does that mean he doesn't? Sure it does. Because I never read in the scripture that he has known anything, actually, but what he's allowed to know. And it's for purpose and reason. And it may be your best bet to make you the person that you're becoming or who you are today. Because a lot of people came a long way, right? I have too. So I'm going to put some music on from the UK, see how you like it. Let me go to my playlist and look here. We got Blessed by All Rhonda Productions featuring Kay, and that's Kay. You can check her out on YouTube, Facebook. Check her out. We're going to play her, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the other verse, 2 Corinthians 10:4-5, and, of course, Ephesians 6. And then we're going to, turn up. So, stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
I almost wrote that note, tied that rope around my throat. Suicide almost become my friend. So glad I didn't. Look at me today, up on the stage, shining through, shining through. I'm blessed to be writing my lyrics, breathing these breaths that I'm breathing, yeah. Being on the beat, yeah, the best of the beats, my heart rate boosts my test. Remembering to stay blessed, yeah. I pray to breathe, I got the life I prayed. Yeah, the life I prayed. They tried to break me down, the pains, yeah, like needles I felt, an ugly spellbound. Finding great joy when I step to the mic, they cannot push me to the limits I've already tried. Yeah, there, but I'd always come back, sitting on army barracks, soldiering on the tracks, got the fire, the weapons, mass attacks, back at the hate cast. Yeah. I'm blessed to be writing my lyrics, breathing these breaths that I'm breathing, yeah. Being on the beat, yeah, the best of the beats, my heart rate boosts my test. Remembering to stay blessed, yeah. I pray to breathe, I got the life I prayed. Yeah, the life I prayed. Looking back at the mirror image, telling me why I'm here, how I've overcome the scars and the fear, from the emotional times into the fears, yeah, to the sparkle in the sky. Wow. Finding great joy when they step to the mic, they cannot push me to the limits, yeah. They cannot push me to the top of the crap, cause I'm here to climb the ranks. Never conform with the hate, you know. No, outside or inside, doesn't matter, but outside, let's do it better. Yeah, they do it better. See those molds? I'll break those. I'm blessed, bless them. I'm blessed to be writing my lyrics, breathing these breaths that I'm breathing, yeah. Being on the beat, yeah, the best of the beats, my heart rate boosts my test. Remembering to stay blessed, yeah. I pray to breathe, I got the life I prayed. Yeah, the life I prayed. I'm blessed to be writing my lyrics, breathing these breaths that I'm breathing, yeah. Being on the beat, yeah, the best of the beats, my heart rate boosts my test. Remembering to stay blessed, yeah. I pray to breathe, I gotta do it better, yeah. See those molds? I'll break those. I'm blessed, bless them.
Thank you so much, Miss K, for your submission. We enjoy your music. You can bring some more music, MP3 format only, to Boss Lady, BOSSLADY 95895 at gmail.com. 2 Corinthians 10:4-5. The weapons we fight are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. So, back to, can the devil read my mind, or can this enemy read our mind? I'm live in the chat room for everybody that's trying to get in touch with the boss lady. You guys already knew. So come on down to the chat room. Come on down to the chat room. Talk to me. We got this enemy that's trying to get to our minds, so we can't be focused and work on what we're called to do. And I wanted to bring that up today and talk about it. You know, it's had been on my mind for the last week or so. I went out of town, went to work, those different kinds of things. And I was looking through, researching on my next topic, and boom, can the enemy read our minds? I think it's much so the more we speak or what we do and how we act on a regular basis, because something else is telling me that thing, that enemy, whatever that is in your life that's fighting you, it's not supposed to overtake you. We don't fight with flesh and blood, the weapons of the world. We're not fighting with what's on the news. How many people are dying? How many people are this and this and that? We're not dealing with that. We're dealing with strongholds, divine power, stuff we can't see. And we're getting that mixed up with everything else, and it makes us forget or not see the knowledge of God coming before us, because knowledge of God is full of blessings. It's the direction you need to go in before you get into any kind of quarrels and different things like that in your mind. It's all about what you think about. It's crazy that I just got through I'm trying to finish up Magic of Thinking Big, and it's about a Dr. Charles Schwartz, I think. And so it was like, are you thinking bigger than what you already think about, negative or positive? We have to, I don't think one-sided, I'm going to say this. I, over the years, experienced that being one-sided was not helping me in the situation that I was in. I never looked at the other side of it. It was always, wow, I didn't know this happened to me. I can't believe da 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 da. But I never looked at the full picture of it. Like, where is it really coming from? Where are we really going with this? It is much deeper than what's in front of you. It's what's around you, and it's what's in you, in your mind. All of that stuff. And I noticed over the years, as I'm transforming and growing, because this is transformation here, I thought differently. Things started going differently in my life. It just so happened that we're here right now. And so the things that I was fighting was getting really a preparation for whatever else, other things that I had to accomplish and do and supposed to be. It's all about purpose. I think it's part of the process. But my question was, can he read our minds? Because it really knows where to hit us at. This enemy knows where to hurt us. This enemy knows how to make us mad. And then on the contrary, whatever makes you to the point where you can't function, now that thing has a control over you. You mad because they mad. You mad because they disagree. You mad because they ain't kicking it with you no more. You mad, you mad, you mad. Narcissism abuse is all about that. Being mad at someone else about why someone else won't do what you want someone else to do. It doesn't work that way. People have to be rational. You're going to be irrational or you're going to be rational. There's other ways to fight besides using your fist or picking up a gun or doing something stupid. And doing something stupid isn't worth it. Because doing something stupid is going to stop you from what you really wanted to do. And that's what I had to tell myself. I'm fighting against that. That's stuff you can't see. Because you could be going through that and be in a corporate business meeting. You could be depressed and be at a 100 billion people seminar. You could be suicidal and you just got honored or won an award or done moved up to, top manager at your company. You could be a new mother and feel like you're a failure and nobody knows. So it's really about the mind. Those arguments we have to ourselves. I think that's what that means. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Are we taking captive? Are we stopping? I was like, hold up. No, it ain't finna be like that. You might have a narc coworker. You come up to you and you finna take your vacation for the first time. Oh, I hope nothing happens to you. I hate to see this and I hate to see that. When you hear a person say, I hate to see this and I hate to see that, you already know where that's coming from. Hater. That kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. You got to take it captive like, okay, I already know what this is. I already know what to do. Are we thinking about that or are we just fighting with the weapons of the world? We trying to fight the news. We trying to fight the streets. We trying to fight to get that paycheck. We got to fight the grind. We got to fight to pay bills. Like, that's what we fighting with. And people don't even see it. Like, have you ever thought about, like, you getting stabbed 15 times. You being tortured right in your seat. And you talking to your best friend. But they can't see that you being abused. They can't see it. It's like you saw a ghost and don't nobody believe it. Girl, I saw a ghost the other day. You did? Or they make a joke about it. They really don't believe it. You dead serious. That kind of stuff. Weapons of the world. Wow, that's a whole nother show, y'all. And then we got Ephesians 6:11. We got Ephesians 6:11 to talk about too. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can get up in this. I'm feeling this. It's something to talk about. I wonder if people, really sit up and think about stuff like this, because I do. And I said, why not share with a few people? That's the kind of business I'm in. And sharing with life-changing information. I don't even know how to spell Ephesians. I think it's EPH. Yeah. I'm like... Ephesians 6:11, y'all. That's what we gonna do. Put on the full armor of God so that you could take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. So... it's other stuff. The stuff that's been thrown at you. The stuff that you want. The fame that you want to see for yourself because you admire somebody that you... I'm for real. We could really get on the armor. We got our armor on. We getting tempted by every little thing. Every little thing in our mind. We get the, we get the thinking. And our mind get the going. I had to slow down just now because it was just gonna blow. Like when you get to thinking... When you get to thinking and your mind get to going and it get to going and it get to moving, hey, all them schemes come out. Finally be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so you could take your stand against the devil's schemes, the lies, the game, the not never getting that promotion. They just running game. You never gonna have what you need to have. Or whatever situation that you in, it's just all game. Every time you turn around, it's the same thing. And I learned from going through that pattern, that my thinking was the same thing. If I keep doing that, that's what I'm going to get. If I want more, I got to do more and definitely do something different. And that's just what it is. So I say, which I believe to be true because I tried it, know your enemy. And I discovered that you cannot read my mind. But before I get into that, be sober-minded and watchful means you got to pay attention. You grown out here. You can do whatever you do. And if you're a child, go talk to your parents. Your parents ain't going to tell you nothing wrong because they love you. And they might not parent like you want them to parent, but they your parent. You need to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Respect. That's how the devil getting in your head. Because he know what to mess with you with. This enemy, this thing. But you got to be watchful. You got to be watchful. You got to, pay attention. You can't be so wrapped up in what you doing that you can't pay attention to what's going on around you. You really got to pay attention. Because if you don't, you're going to be lost out here. And you're going to fall into the wrong hands. And I'm saying this by experience. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. This enemy comes to kill your home, steal your home, and destroy your home and your life. There's nothing to it. A real killer do not care what you have or don't have. They want you dead. And that's real. And they will kill, steal, and destroy until that happens. Kill is first. And in that order. Sometimes it could come through your health. Sometimes it could come through another family member. Sometimes it can come through a best friend, a lover, a spouse, whatever. Got to be watchful. He is a liar. He has been a liar, and he always will be a liar from the beginning. And our problem was that we believed the lie that we could do this on our own. Can the devil read my mind? Let's get some EDU in our lives, y'all. Can the devil read my mind? From R.C. Sproul, August 20th, 2016. Category articles. And you can find that at www.legionneering.org/blog/can-devil-read-my-mind. I am not certain by any means, nor do I have an exhaustive knowledge of the powers of Satan. I know that Satan has more power than one would normally find among human beings. At the same time, I know that Satan is not divine. He is not God, does not have divine powers or attributes. He is a creature with the limitations that are found normally with creaturelessness. He's an angel. The Bible doesn't give us an exhaustive list of the powers of angels. They are more powerful than people, but far less powerful than God. Obviously, God can read your mind. God is omnipotent. He knows your thoughts as you think them. There is not a word on my tongue, but behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. Psalms 139:4. The tendency is for Christians to think that since God is a supernatural being and can read our minds, then Satan, also a supernatural being, must be able to read minds too. But Satan's powers are not equal to God's. A similar question would be, can Satan be at more than one place at a time? I would be inclined to say no. I doubt that in my lifetime I will ever have to worry about Satan reading my mind, because I will probably never meet him. He could only be in one place at one time. He's a creature, and creatures by definition are limited spaciously and temporarily. So Satan cannot be at more than one place at a time. He has all his little junior assistants, and he might send one of them to harass me and tempt you and accuse you. But he's going to save his time and energy for people of greater influence than me. Satan focuses his assaults upon Jesus in the New Testament. In the temptation, he entered into the dialogue with Jesus. He knew what Jesus was thinking because of what Jesus said. But other than that, I don't see any reason to believe that he could read your mind or read mine. Again, that may not necessarily be a divine power. He may be able to do it, but I have no reason to believe that he can. And that is our EDU for our lives. Yeah, I didn't think he could. Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, I love that. It's like, man, you just gotta know. I don't know. Like I said, it came on my mind. I thought I'd speak on it, make a series about it. You know, following some great people, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and made it work where I am at the current moment, and keep working and being consistent and things like that. I think that's what the whole thing is about. I don't think an enemy would fight you if you had nothing valuable. What do you think? Let me know in the chat room. We finna get back to the jams, y'all, so stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Try to keep it real, they say I take it too far. Damn near crazy for what I've been through. I bet you if you try, you couldn't fill these shoes. I wake up every morning to a new headline. Keep a smile on my face like I'm doing fine. Try to tell my story, folks saying I'm lying. Never back down, never let them see me crying. Can't catch my breath. Oh, I wanna know, Lord, set me free. Oh, how could a big old hypocrite find the time to hate on me? I just wanna be Christ-like, but y'all keep fucking with my life. That's why I'm gonna drive up to heaven someday, and I don't care if it takes me all day. What will I do when I see his face and ask for just 10 minutes with God? Oh, if I could have 10 minutes with God, I would ask, why is everybody around me so crazy? But they saying it's me. Why are tears so easy to cry, but even harder to cry? Why is people always talking about my life when they ass ain't living right? It's like the more that I try, I can never get it right. Can't catch my breath. Lord, just set me free. I wanna know. I wanna know, how could a big old hypocrite find the time to hate on little old me? Trying to live Christ-like, but they keep fucking with my life. So I'm gonna drive up to heaven someday, and I don't care if it takes me all day. What will I do when I see his face and ask for just 10 minutes with God? Oh, if I could have 10 minutes with God. Some say never question God, it's all in his plan. But it's hard to accept things I don't understand. I know every trial is a part of my story, but if I could talk to you, then I wouldn't worry. I'm gonna drive up to heaven someday, and I don't care if it takes me all day. What will I do? What will I do when I see his face and ask for just 10 minutes with God? 10 minutes with God. Oh, if I could have 10 minutes with God.
All you have to do is have faith. Almighty. Believe in yourself. This plan is bigger than what you think it is. He has a journey. You have a destiny. It's already planned out. Amen.
Silent
I made mistakes in my life. I made some bad choices. I'll know better next time. Don't mention a person's past mistakes when they're trying to change. That's like throwing rocks at them while they're struggling to climb a mountain. Yeah, let's talk about that. Welcome to the Spirituality Series, Sundays at 6 p.m. Central. Thanks for all the listeners, supporters, tuning inners. You already know. Boss Ladies Live radio show. Life, love, and leadership tips and all that and much more. Come on in, advertise your business. Send your MP3s at the email mp3format Spreaker.com. Response ability. We always seem to put that word together. Response ability. Do we have a responsibility about our minds being read by other people, other things, and letting other things trigger your thinking process? Have you ever thought about that? Separating response from ability. Ability to respond, different things like that. We always seem to put that word together. It's responsibility. You have to be responsible. You have to be respondable. Response. What is your response? Responding. Your ability to respond. Ability response. Well, let's see. We can find that at chrisbrady.typepad. I said typecom. chrisbrady.typepad.com/my_weblog/2010/response-ability. June 10th, 2010. I thought that would go perfect with the topic, responsibility. Is it our responsibility to read minds? It is our responsibility to develop our minds. I think so. Let's see. Being responsible means we are responsible. Between stimulants and response, we humans have the power to choose. That is what separates us from mere animals who rely solely upon instinct. Thank you to Stephen Covey for this insight. Acknowledging this, then we must take stock of our responsibility. How well do we do responding to the obstacles of life? How effective are we in our responses? Are they measured, correct, and appropriate? Are they productive and emotionally sound? Far too many people react emotionally, childishly, rashly, and recklessly to the things that happen in their lives. Strangely, I contend they actually enjoy it. I observed a 30-something man on a cell phone in a public restroom yesterday berate someone while watching himself in the mirror. The only thing more ridiculous than what he was saying was how he was saying it. He seemed to be getting some kind of satisfaction from playing the idiot. Don't be like him. Stay away from antics and the instinctive responses that should be left to animals. Be an emotionally mature human being with love in your heart, understanding in your voice, and resolution in your attitude. Remember that no matter what happens to you, it is within your freedom of choice to respond appropriately. Choose and choose wisely. How high is your response ability? And that is our quote for the day. Yes. We're going to get back into some more jams. Yes, I hope you enjoyed the new artist that's coming up that came up last night. I played 2 of those and about 3 of those. I don't know which ones. But yes, let's go back to the playlist. We played Blessed by Al Ronda Productions featuring K Michelle, 10 Minutes with God, and Whispers in the Dark by Miss Fabulous, and Love Hate Drop. Yep, that's the Boss Lady Drop. So you already know the show is fin to start. I am on weekdays, 9 p.m. Central, Monday through Saturday, 6 p.m. on Sundays. Pre-recorded shows can be clicked on, and you can still comment not in the chat room, even though I'm not live. So say like you got to go to bed at 9 o'clock and you just can't tune in. Well, come on, click on the show. It's pre-recorded. You can still comment, check in, and all those kinds of things. And I'll still announce you right here on the Boss Ladies Are Radio Show. Stay tuned, y'all.
K Michelle.
The pain in my chest, the tears in my eyes, many sleepless nights. Lord knows I tried. The calls to my phone, she won't leave us alone. Makes me question what I'm doing wrong. Got my hands around her neck and a slap to her face. Who do you think it is? You ain't gonna take my place. Our kids in the bed, remember what you said, 'cause my heart's not beating, I feel like I'm dead. The devil in you, no God-fearing man would hurt me like you do. The devil in you, 'cause no man would ever do me like you do. The devil, always the devil. Oh, the lies in your eyes, the smell of your clothes, not enough time for me in your house. I'm closing the door, open up the good book. Apparently I read it wrong, let me take another look. Saw your hands around her waist, you kissed her on her lips. You're out here fucking up, acting like I ain't gon' trip. The devil in you, no God-fearing men would treat me like you do. Devil in you, how could you go and treat me like you do? When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. I know the Bible wouldn't lie to me. It's you. Now I lay me down to sleep, I pray to the Lord that the devil set you free. The devil, no God-fearing man would treat me like you do. Yeah, you the devil. How could you keep treating me the way that you do? It's the devil. You the devil.
Jackie B exclusive, yeah. Oh yeah. Everything around you says it can be. I'm here to tell you that is a lie. Success don't happen overnight, yeah. So make up your mind and make it your right. Be choosing who you share your dreams with. Everybody don't wanna see you. No. And it's the hurtful truth.
It's the hurtful truth.
But you can do it.
Believe.
All you gotta do is
Believe in yourself for once. Believe in yourself for once.
All you gotta do is believe. If you really want to succeed, all you gotta do is
Believe in yourself for once.
Believe in yourself for once. All you gotta do is believe.
If you really want to achieve greatness, this is your time.
What are you waiting on? Oh, for real.
Because this is your life.
Who are you waiting for? Yeah. Remember who you are. It don't take much to know that you are a star. Be free. Don't worry about a yes man. Go out and do the best you can.
This is a calling. Many of you out there, listen to these words. I want you to believe in yourself. Can you do that for me? You cannot do. I need you to believe in yourself. If you can do it for them, it ain't too much to ask. I know you can do it for you. I need you to believe in yourself. This is your calling. Without a question, answer. You just gotta believe in yourself. They can't tell you different. Believe in yourself. Do you believe? You gotta believe. I need you to believe. I need you to believe in yourself. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Believe in yourself. 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 Believe in yourself.
Yeah, Jackie B, Believe in Yourself. That's a beautiful song, y'all. Beautiful Evil YK. Well, up next, let's go.
Yeah. YK. Yeah. Four, yeah. They don't know what I do or even know where I'm from. All the shit I've been through, cause I came out the slums and all the people withdrew. If God is real, I wonder where the fuck did he come from? What gave him rights to end life with no more hope to live twice? Which forces you to live right or even try, cause shit's tight. Trying to get fed by midnight, hoping one day a big night, surrounded by them big lights. Niggas get robbed to get right. I was just trying to get sight in the darkest of the views. Niggas living broke, so they end up on the news. Take a nigga's shoes, cause his daughter needed food. Soaking niggas up like a shower or a pool. So I listened to the streets, the only place where you would lose. But I was trying to gain a little bit of fame, so that shorty I'ma shoot. A fallen young nigga, never playing by the rules. Trying to be first class, but we all dropped out of school. Yeah. Can you feel it? A young nigga feeling so hurt. Can you heal it? But healing doesn't really solve shit. Can you kill it? Bottled up inside of my body. Can you seal it? You feel it? Damn. Can you feel it? A young nigga feeling so hurt. Can you heal it? But healing doesn't really solve shit. Can you heal it? Bottled up inside of my body. Can you seal it? You feel it? Sitting in my room thinking, Irritation growing fast, but I've been blinking. In the sky, I see a beacon. Look beyond that, astronomical thoughts flood my mind now. I'm too high, no need to climb down. Looked at my wrist, this finally my time now. Over-exaggerated competition, need to calm down. They material sad enough to make a clown frown, yeah. And I do this for my grandma, nigga, nobody else. Read a book a nigga, have them sitting like some shells. Shorten up, no elf. Wealth and knowledge is what I seek. That ignorance leak from a young-minded mink. It's me, the kid. Bid for your life, but don't gamble to be big. I'm at the top, no lid. Darkness in the light, nigga, it's just well hid. Say what you said or do what you did. Knowledge is power. YK.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to silly sometimes. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it's Sunday night, y'all. Just want to share a little, something I was thinking about spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Because, you can't see the brain. I mean, that'd be an ugly thing. Everybody walking around with their little meat and they outside their You don't want all that. We don't want to, like I tell my son when we play video games, you don't want to bleed out. You want to keep bleeding out. Study the game a little harder. Not go hard in terms of you go so hard you hit a wall and you can't see nothing now. Stop that. Don't go too fast, but slow down in life. You know what I'm saying? Don't slow down too much when you're going too slow. That's the boss lady quote. I just got to put that down. Y'all have a great week. You know what I mean? I want y'all to think about what we talked about. The person can't read your mind. Don't let them read you. That's what I got out of that. Stop being so obvious. Stop letting people get close to you real quick. I was taught trust is earned. I thought that was so mean until I started going through with people. You give them too much and they take a lot, and so you give a thought too much and you're doing too much. You're doing a lot, I have to tell myself that sometimes. You already know. Like I said, we got some more hot episodes coming up. Stay tuned for Monday night. I will be talking about 3 biggest reasons why bands break up. Coming from the Reverb Nation blog. Just found out that they had a blog. I wouldn't been studying no blogs until I studied the music blogs. So let's tune in for that episode, the first episode of that series. Yeah, we got some new series coming up, but listen to the announcements for Saturday night, and also listen to the announcements if you missed the week before last announcements that Friday night. So to get caught up and do what we do, don't forget all of the stuff that I named out for the events and stuff. You want to come out, you want to network, things like that. Hit my inbox, and then I'll send you wherever time you ain't gotta come to where I'm at or nothing like that. We got meetings all over the place. So if you really want to get serious about business and you really want to get some mentors behind you that's really going to help you, my suggestion is to inbox me about that. And let's get your music done. Let's get you heard. Let's get you out here. We're connected with iHeartRadio. DZ will be hollering at me pretty soon. We're also with Google+, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and iHeartRadio. So, as soon as we live, we on. And everybody's going to hear you. Everybody's going to see your comments if they have a comment section and things like that. Don't forget to join Boss Team fan page, Boss Inc. fan page, and the Dedisky family page. I know a lot of you aren't familiar with that, but I thought I mentioned that. So next week, you have an easy time following me and things like that. And that's all on Facebook under the Dedisky Diane page. And that's where that first episode will be on air, 9 p.m. tomorrow, 9 p.m. Central. 3 biggest reasons why bands break up. Music, leadership, industry, music. So, yep, we're going to be talking about that. So, that's really all I had to say. Good afternoon, morning, and evening, and I will see you soon on the next show. Peace.
We are now transferring you to a customer care rep. Please hold the line and we will answer your call as soon as possible. Thank you for choosing. By the way, To ensure you're getting great service, your call may be recorded or monitored.